Hey, welcome to the Laws of the Offset command videos. Timer started. This all started with someone wanted to use an offset command like an ACAD or something. I don't know what it is. And someone said, well, it's pretty darn easy to offset something. You can take a horizontal line like this, 08 to copy it. Oh, hey, what happened to, oh, I turn off my, uh, 08 to copy it, and I want to move this thing. I go tab, and I want to move. Oh, I don't want to use polar yet. I want to move it. I want to move it minus 130.33 inches. So what's the distance between the two? 10 foot, 10 and 5/16. So I guess it's easy. We know what that is, right? You take a vertical line like this, Control C, Control V, put it right there, and 08 to copy it, and move it over here, and I want to move it over here, tab, I want to move it over here, how about 220.664 inches? Oh, well, anyway, I moved it over there. Oh, well, what did I, I moved it in the wrong direction. There, 18 foot 4 and 11/16. That's what I did. But here's the question. And just so you know, I got this thing set up. I got my, whoa, actually, I have my grid snaps. I have my angle snaps off. Let me turn those back on. Yeah, I got my angle snaps on, okay? Now, here's the question. Suppose you have something that's not orthogonal. It's not a 9-degree angle. It's not a vertical line or a horizontal line. Suppose it's an angle line. And just so you know, I think my angle snaps are set at 15 degrees. MA, cut an angle right there. It's 15 degrees. That's what it is, okay? Control C, Control V. Now, here's the problem. Jim Laws, who's been using this program longer than I've been alive, I think, has a problem with this. I don't know why, but he does. And he shouldn't. Because it's going to complicate it, I guess. Not his fault. It's just complicated. So anyway, we're going to copy this thing, and we're going to move it a certain distance, 08, and I copy it, and I'm going to move it a certain distance. Now check this out. As I move it, it's going to get. It gets off of. What's the word? Directly perpendicular. But I want to move this a certain distance, tab, and I want to move it. Oh, wait. I can't move in the XY direction, can I? Because it's on an angle. So I got to switch it to polar. So I want to move it a total of 65.334 inches. That's what I want to move it. Now let's see if it moved that distance. What's that? 60. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. 65.3. I guess that's right, isn't it? Is that what it is? I should do it a different way. How about what I think I just proved is that it works. How about if I'm 08 to copy this thing over here? I want to make sure it doesn't get a little off skewed. I want to make it sure it's parallel. You see this? If I start sliding it over here, what I'm saying is angle snaps have to be on. Angle snaps have to be on. So see this right here? It's starting to, it's directly parallel, tab, I'm using polar. Let's make sure I move it to, how about 76.25 inches. Let's see if that works. MK, 76.25 inches. 76.25 inches. What's 76.25 inches? Oh, that's right. 76, that's 6 foot 4. It's working, Jim. It's working. That's the point I'm trying to make. It works. So why can't Jim do it? I don't know. Here's a question. Does he have angle snaps off? Let me try. I'm going to try it one more time. 08, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to move this over, tab. I'm in polar. I'm going to move it over 60.25 inches, which should be, I don't know what it should be. You know what it should be. 60.25 inches. MK. And Jim was concerned that it was going to be rounding off, or 60.25. There it is. It's working, Jim. I'm just telling you. Let's copy this line over here. Now let's turn angle snaps off. I have a sneaky feeling Jim had his angle snaps off. I have a sneaky feeling he does. I'm not going to guarantee it, but he might. So I'm going to turn my angle snaps off. Once I turn them off, you see that? You see that? I got you see the little thing on my cursor? Angle snaps are off. Now I'm going to go 08 to copy, and now I'm going to start moving it. I don't know. I don't know. I think Jim. How about tab? No, I don't want to. It's 30-degree angle. I don't know what it is. How about 84.25 inches? Huh, that's 84. It's working for me, Jim. I don't know if it works for you, but it works for me. I think if angle snaps are off, I think it's a lot easier to get a little askew. WA. Let's see. Right there. There it is. Right there. Am I perpendicular? I know I'm perpendicular. This is what Jim did. He copied this thing, 08, to copy, and he moved it. Well, let's see. What did Jim do? He said he selected this thing. Oh, now check this out. This is one thing that he pointed out. If you click close enough to the center, it clicks on the. It gives you a handle at the center of the thing. See that handle is away from it. Oh. See this? I'm not sure what the magic distance is. I don't worry about it. It shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, I shouldn't have to think about this crap, man. But anyway, so 08 to copy, and I think this is what Jim did. He moved it along this line here, and I have a sneaky feeling he just got a little bit off because he had his angle snaps off. That's what I'm thinking. So tab, I'm going to move it over 55 3/4 inches. I bet it doesn't read 55 3/4 inches because I had my angle snaps off, and I bet it moved over just a little bit. So I bet the distance between those two lines is not 55 3/4. Let me just check it out. There it is, MK. 55 3/4 is it's not there. Jim had his angle snaps off. That was his problem. I think that was his problem. Glenn Woodward, who knows almost everything, said this thing worked. So I believed him. Jim said it didn't work. I don't believe him because I believe Glenn. Glenn knows about everything. And hey, for you newbies, if you want to know anything, if you want to learn something, look at every one of Glenn's posts. You'll learn something on about every one of his posts. Just read what Glenn has to say. You'll learn something every day. Okay, so here we go. So let's turn. I just proved it worked. I just proved what Glenn said, and it works. So now let's put my angle snaps back on. Angle snaps are back on. Now I want to resize this square, okay? Hotkey. Boop, boop. Look at this. Concentric. I'm going to concentrically resize this thing. And it's 16'1". I'm going to, 08, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to make it tab. Oh, I don't want polar this time. I want to have 24 tab minus 24. Now I resize that thing, and I bet it's 24 inches bigger. You got what I'm saying? MK. 24 inches bigger. 24 inches bigger. Piece of cake, isn't it? But now what happens to a triangle? Suppose I've done this before. Suppose I take this triangle and I want to resize that, and I want to offset it. I want to concentrically resize it, and I want the new size to be exactly 2 feet away from these other sides, okay? That's what I want. 0, 0 to copy and place. Now I go tab. Oop, I'm in polar. I want to be in polar. And I want to change the size by 24 inches. No, I'm going to change the size by 48 inches. Now the question is, do you think the distance between these two lines is 48 inches? No. It's 2 foot. Do you think the distance between these two lines is, isn't that magic? Is 4 feet. That's the point of what I just did. That's the point. I just resized it by 48 inches, and I resized it about the corner of a triangle. You get what I'm saying? So if I take this triangle, Control-C, Control-V here, but now suppose I really want the distance between these two lines of the triangle to be 48 inches, not 2 foot. How do I do that? This is the way to do this. 3 to break. I'm going to break it right there. Did you just see what I did? I just added a break line right there in the middle of the triangle. Timer done. I swear I can stretch these stupid things out forever. I want this to be 24 inches, pick a number, 48 inches bigger, okay? 0, 0. Now I'm going to click the side. I'm going to click the side. Tab, tab. Am I in polar? I want to be in polar. I want to make it 48 inches. I want the size to be 48 inches further away. You got me? Bam. Do you think this side is 48 inches away? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. In fact, this is one of the things that Glenn posted, and he quickly deleted his post because he knew better. But when you have something like this, where the lines are not orthogonal or vertical or horizontal, what you got to do is you got to go 3 break. You got to stick a line. You got to stick another break line on this line right here. You understand what I just said? I just broke. I gave it another handle is what I'm getting at. I gave it another handle right there because I broke it. Now I want to make this 60 1/4 inches bigger, okay? 0, 0 to copy and place. Oh, escape. Oh boy. Oh boy. Did I mess this thing up? Delete. Control Z. Okay, I have 2 pentagons on top of each other. And I want to resize this thing. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's not working right, is it? What am I doing wrong? Ooh. Oh shit. The pentagon doesn't work? Is that what I'm just seeing? Hang on a second. Control C, Control. I got a pure triangle. That's a pure triangle right there. Okay, boop boop boop. Pure triangle, and I want to resize that. I want the side. I want a new triangle with each side 24 inches away. 0, 0. If I take this, if I start from the apex or from one of the corners, and I go tab polar 48 inches. Where's the 48 inches from? MK. Is it from the side to side? No, it's 2 foot. It's actually, that's the 48 inches because I resized it from the corner. So now Control C, Control V, stick it right there. 3, put an extra line. You see that? I just put an extra line in there. Now I want to copy and place. I just did a 0, 0. That's my copy and place, okay? Now I'm going to resize this thing. There. Yeah, see, now I'm resizing it. This is interesting. Tab. I'm in polar. I want to make it 60.25. The distance between the sides should be 60.25. It is. You got to put that extra break in there on something like this when it's not, quote, orthogonal. Now, what's interesting is this pentagon, Control C, Control V, stick it right there. I want to resize this thing. 0, 0 to paste in place. And I'm going to resize this thing, tab 60. The 60 inches will be from a corner to a corner, 60.25. Okay, 60.25. MK. That's exactly what I expected. I did not expect this. I did not expect that. Well, hang on. I did not expect that to be 60.25 because I started the resize from the apex, from the corner. If I want the distance between this line and this line to be not 40 to be, I wanted to find the distance from here to here, and that's typically what we want to do, right? How many times do you guys decide that you want to go 60.25 inches from this corner right here? Like never. It's usually you just want a parallel distance from here, right? Okay, so Control C, Control V, stick it right there. So I'm going to make another pentagon. And I'm going to make the pentagon sides 48.25 inches away from the existing pentagon sides. You got me? 0, 0 to paste and plate. No, delete. You think I got 2 pentagons? Yeah. Delete. I got 2 pentagons. If I delete this one, I don't have any. Control Z, I got 1 pentagon. So what I have to do is I have to go 3, 3 to break. I just added an extra point in there. You see that? I just added an extra point in there. And this is something that Glenn did not mention, but he knows this crap. Anyway. So if you want to resize a pentagon using the polar dimensions and what have you, you actually have to add an extra point on one of these lines, I think. 0, 0 to paste in place. Yeah. I think I'm gonna Jesus Christ, man. Hey, it worked on the triangle, didn't it? Delete. Okay. I did the double break. Delete. I did the double break. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Control C, Control V, stick it right there. I want to put a break in here. I want to put 1 break. 3, 1 break, 1 break. Now I got 1 break. Now I'm going to resize this thing. There. Okay. Escape. Did I select this corner point here? Did I select this corner right there? No. I selected this point that I added to the side. Now I resize this triangle, this pentagon. Tab. I'm using polar. 48.25. 48.25. The distance. Is the distance 48.25 from the corners or from the sides? Oh shit. Ain't I a nitwit? 0, 0 to paste in place. Now I'm going to resize it again. There. Tab. 48.25. 48.25. Did it go from the corners or from the sides? I think it went from the sides. MK. Oops. Ain't that interesting? Not quite what I expected. That's definitely closer. Now this is probably what Jim was talking about. Stop. Back on again. Back on again. I want to think that did not work right like it should have. That did not work like it should have. And I'm not sure why. So if I go to CAD, boxes, regular polygon, 7 sides, okay, 7. And I want to resize this. I want to make the next polygon 48.25 inches bigger, okay? 3 to break. I want to put an extra point right there on this particular side. I put an extra point on that particular side. 0, 0 to copy and place. I should have 2 of them now. Now oops. Now I'm in concentric mode. You see that? I use the hotkey. Concentric mode. I'm going to resize this. See that? I'm resizing it. Tab. I'm going to resize it 60.25. 60.25. Let me see if that worked. It did. There it is, 60.25. I'm not sure where I went wrong on this other one. So let me choose that pentagon again. Control C, Control V, stick it right there. I already had the extra line in there. I want to make it 48.25 inches bigger. 0, 0 to paste 1 in place. I want to make it tab. I'm in polar. 60.25 bigger, which is 5 foot 0.25 inches bigger. MK. It worked. It worked. Stop. Back on. So what did I just prove? I just proved that I could concentrically I just proved that I could do an offset command quickly, very easily. Control C, Control V, right there, 0, 0, paste in place. Move this over. I want to make sure it's. Hey, in fact, I can't. In fact, I can't even get it off the 45-degree angle now. Isn't that weird? I thought before I could. So tab. I want to make it. Jim wants me to make some kind of weird thing, so I want to make it 66 point. I don't know. 2599. I don't. What's 2599? I don't know. MK. I think it's right, Jim. 65.299. That's what is that? 65.2. Is that what I said? Shit, I don't even remember anymore what I said anymore. Control C, Control V. Let's try one more time. 0, 0. I got an extra one in place. So I'm going to move this over. Tab is polar. I'm going to make it 89 point. 33. MK. Jim was worried. It's 0.3338 of an inch. I guess it rounded up or rounded down. I don't know what. I don't know what I did. Control V. Let's make it simple. Let's change the number style to feet and inches. Okay, decimal feet. Okay. Let's see if we can make it simpler. For Jim. 0, 0 to paste in place. Let's move this over. Tab. How about 7.0833? That should be 7 foot 1 inches, right? MK, 7 foot 1 inch. I think that should be 7 foot. Yeah, 7 foot 1 inch. There it is. I don't know what you're talking about, Jim. I don't get what your problem is, buddy. Stop. One more time. I want to see if I can repeat what Jim's problem was. Control C. Oh, no. Wait a second. These are on a particular grid snap. Let me try something different now. Let me try to put a line that's not on my grid snap at all. This is a line that is not on any kind of grid snap. That's I don't know, what is it? 70 degrees, 75 degrees. And this is a 6. I don't know what it is. This is not on a grid snap at all. Control C, Control V. Stick it right there. 0, 0 to paste in place. Now let's move it. I have grid snaps. I have angle snaps on. See, I can't move this thing, man. Tab. I want to move it 6.8333. It should be 6 foot 10, shouldn't it? There it is. A 6 foot. Jim, what's your problem, man? Now let's turn. I'm trying to repeat Jim's problem, and Jim, it wasn't working right for Jim. So now I'm going to turn the angle snaps off. F10. You see that? My angle snaps off. So now I'm going to select this thing. 0, 0 to copy in place. Now I'm going to move it over like. Fuck. Sorry. In fact, I can't even get it off target now. Is that weird? I can't even get it off target. I can't even get it out of line. Well, why is that? Why is this always such a freaking mystery? 9.33. 333. Should be 9 foot 4, Jim. I guess it's 9 foot 4. I mean, 9.33333 is it's pretty darn close to 9 foot 4, if you know what I'm saying. Jim, why isn't it? Why isn't it? Why can't I get it off target anymore? You understand what I'm saying? I can't even Control C, Control V, 0, 0, and I'm going to copy this thing. Look at that. I cannot get it off. I cannot get it off target. And if you remember in the very beginning of the video, when I copied one of these things, if I wasn't careful, and this is what Glenn says. He says you got to be careful. But I can't even not be careful if I want to. That thing, I don't want it to be perfectly perpendicular. So what's the difference? WA. How about like it? 0, 0. I can't get it off. It is permanently fixed to be perfectly. Where is it? I'm done. I proved it can be done. I proved that Jim, for some reason is having a problem. Jim, if I'm missing something, let me know. That's the end.